Newer than old but older than new, Genesis' first electric car represents a moment that's about to end. The future isn't now, but it's getting closer. Now is the moment to forget what we know about driving and take into mind a modality of rechargeable cars. Besides undeniable efficiency, electric vehicles enable designs and features impossible under the confines of internal combustion. Even if those lead to delightful outcomes, drivers must adapt to new equations in getting from one place to the next. It's a lot to process. In 2023 Genesis Electrified G80. As the brand's first EV the G80 Electric crossover is now on sale. It drops an electric powertrain into a familiar mid-sized luxury sedan, making a driving experience unfamiliar to many more approachable. Yet EVs on the horizon will soon sequester the Electrified G80 to irrelevancy. Actually, some of those EVs are already here, including in Genesis' own lineup. Based on the latest G80 that went on sale for 2021, the electric model technically named the Genesis Electrified G80 looks incognito against EVs. Designed as such from the ground up, like the standard G80, it's gorgeous, and in our test car's Electrified-exclusive specification, even more so. Rolling on sharp 19-inch turbine-style wheels, its Matira Blue paint shimmers hypnotically. Subtle cues, such as reshaped bumpers and a closed-off grille hiding the charge port, distinguish it further. Inside, white leather upholstery contrasts dark green surfaces. The carpet and the microsuede headliner are both created from recycled plastics. Oddments of furniture manufacturing are repurposed to create the unusual forged wood trim. Otherwise, the EV's cabin resembles that of any other G80. Its 4.5-inch infotainment touchscreen, 3D digital gauge display, and glass shift knob are impossible to miss. Aside from color choices, the G80 Electric is a mono-spec car equipped with essentially every option at 80.920. 3 years of 30-minute charging sessions at Electrify America stations are included in the price. What differentiates this G80 is its powertrain. In place of the conventional car's turbocharged i4 or V6 engine is an 7.2 kWh battery and dual motors that combine to produce 365 horsepower and 516 lb-ft of torque. Although that's 10 horsepower fewer than the V6-powered G80, it's 125 lb-ft more torque, with a quarter ton of torque available immediately. It's no surprise the electric G80 is the quickest one we've tested. It swiftly glides to 60 miles per hour in 4.1 seconds, and through the quarter mile in 12.8 seconds at 106.1 miles per hour. The tables turn in other dynamic measures. Wearing summer performance tires, the G80 Sport grips the skidpad at 0.97 gram average and traverses the figure 8 in 24.8 seconds at 0.77 gram average. Meanwhile, the all-season tire-equipped EV completes those tests at 0.91 gram and 25.3 seconds at 0.73 gram. The Sport stops from 60 miles per hour in 106 feet to the EV's 120-foot distance. Even so, it's commendable that the electrified model outperforms every non-sport G80 variant, considering it's heavier by at least 550 pounds. On the road, the G80 EV has a dignified, mellow demeanor. It drives like a classic cruiser. Ample power remains at the ready, delivered infinitely more smoothly than its equivalent engines. Furthermore, few outside noises intrude into the cabin, thanks no doubt to its laminated glass and active noise cancellation tech. Although ultimately the car is comfortable, as with the gas-powered G80 models, its suspension tuning lacks sophistication. Ride quality would be good for a normal car, less so for a luxury car. Road textures are dulled, not erased, and body control could be improved. Vertical bounding is often felt when crossing swollen pavement. Sweeping through corners shows the chassis rigidity, but the driving experience doesn't project or inspire much emotion. Part of the G80 EV's appeal is its familiarity. This sedan's powertrain is the most unusual thing about it, but aspects of the G80's electrification may not convince drivers that plugging in is the next big thing. That isn't because of its range or recharging capabilities, which are good in the current context. Range is EPA rated at 282 miles, which seems accurate based on our observations. Moreover, the G80 EV can add miles reasonably quickly thanks to its peak charge rate of 187 kilowatts on a DC fast charger. That external devices can be plugged into the Keras, another perk. Rather, it's due to peculiarities that indicate re-engineering a gas-fired car to electric isn't the ideal approach. Like in dedicated EVs, the Electrified G80's underfloor battery raises the seating position, but its exterior dimensions are not adjusted to compensate. Thus, there's about an inch less headroom in every seat. A sunroof is not available, since that would further confine hairdos. Second row legroom shrinks by almost 3 inches. In the trunk, the rear motor creates a bulge, and no frunk is provided as redemption for the lost cargo space. Then there's the matter of plugging in. Concealing the charge port within the grille aids aesthetics slightly, but this location makes access tricky, especially at public chargers, which are often arranged to accommodate EVs with ports on their flanks. In addition, the internal covers must be wriggled free and left dangling, and the port's height necessitates some awkward bending by the user to make a connection. Spring-loaded covers and better ergonomics ease this crucial process in other EVs. Often more useful than electric motors' acceleration is their regenerative deceleration effect. Strong regen renders brake pedals redundant. In many driving situations, the Electrified G80 isn't quite there. It offers 5 levels of regen, ranging from off to I pedal. Genesis speak for 1 pedal with 3 strengths between. Hitting the steering wheel paddles to alter the level to the situation proves useful. However, I pedal exhibits slight delays when you press or release the accelerator, making it feel a beat behind. Although I pedal will bring the car to a complete stop, it often needs help from the brakes, just like old-fashioned gas vehicles. That I pedal conundrum is a suitable analogy for the Electrified G80 as a whole. It's tethered to traditions of the past, but its electric essence isn't sufficient to face the future. To Genesis' credit, the G80 EV is every bit as attractive, high quality, and feature-filled as any of the award-winning brand's products. Still, Genesis can do better and does. Genesis' first dedicated vehicle, the GV60, debuted for 2023. It already seems years ahead. This crossover better leverages the potential of electrification, resulting in a vehicle that's more practical, comfortable, fun, and interesting than the Electrified G80, all for a much lower price. True, the sedan has more range and a statelier mien, but the more stylish GV60 recharges faster. The crux: Genesis knows what it's doing as it transitions to an all-electric lineup. By the time that occurs, the Electrified G80 will be an anachronism.